Troubleshooter Tom Martino. Media with a purpose. Tom Martino on 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Let's solve your problems. Let's answer your questions. Let's take your complaints. I got one of my car guys in here today, and I think Rolly's on his way. This is A Affordable Transmission. Ron Shaw will talk about any car issues you have. Plus, we'll help you with problems, questions, and complaints. We got a car question right now. Then we'll go to liens, and Mike has some lined up coming up. Okay, what's going on with you, Eugene?
How you doing? Well, in July, I'm tired. June 3rd, I bought a PT Cruiser from Skyline Mitsubishi.
Was it a new one?
No, it was a 2006.
Okay.
And ever since I bought it, it's been a nightmare.
I like those cars. I really like them. So,
well, it spent 2 weeks of the first 8 weeks in the shop. And
what's wrong with it?
Well, there was an alternator problem. And,
did you get this car checked out before you bought it?
No, I basically do what everybody else does. Depends on the you depend on the dealership.
Was there a warranty on it?
Yeah, there was a 1 month, just basically 1 month, dealer warranty.
Well, you say basically. I mean, did they say that specifically? Is that written for you?
Well, it's in part of the paperwork I got. Where it shows as is or a warranty. Okay,
so you have a 30-day warranty,
right.
and they've been taking care of the problems.
Well, they took care of the problem. The problem is that during the time I had it, it had those problems. Plus, when I first bought it, I noticed what looked like damage to the front end, in which the bumper cover.
Well, Eugene, I can't believe you never had it checked out.
Well, that's my...
All right. First of all, let's just get right to this. Did it have damage or not?
Yes, it did.
Did you find out it was in an accident?
Well, I found out that the only owner prior to that was a rental car agency. And I looked at the Carfax, and the Carfax only showed the quarterly, maintenance, and that was basically
All right. So how bad is the damage? Did you take it to a body shop?
Yes, I did, and the guy that looked at it said, he looked at it, and he gave me an estimate of $500.
Okay, so it's not a big deal.
No, but he said there might be more damage underneath the bumper cover because, you would have to take the cover
Ron,
off.
what do you think in general about PT Cruisers from the side you look at, the underneath side?
They're a very sound vehicle. The transmission is what we call a 41 TE. It's a 4-speed automatic. They're good units. Keep in mind that typically if you have bumper cover damage, if it's damaged something under the bumper cover, typically it will disperse the airbags. So odds are we haven't damaged anything.
That's what I was thinking. I'm thinking this is probably minor, like a crease where somebody pulls up to a parking thing and creases it. But
well, the thing is,
anyway, it doesn't matter because that's not going to be covered by the dealer anyway. You bought the car as is.
The problem is that they had to have taken the bumper cover off because when they put it back on, they did a shot.
Eugene, let me just tell you facts of life. You bought the car as is. That was on the car when you bought it. That's not a warranty issue.
Right.
Okay.
It wasn't marked.
So what exactly are you upset about right now? Tell me. The damage?
I had a problem with the contract, and all this is really involved. But basically,
what's wrong with the contract?
When they first tried to get me, I thought they got me financing.
Yeah.
Back to me about 2 weeks later said the bank doesn't want to finance.
See, I told you, the old callback. So you took the car thinking you had financing.
Right.
You did everything wrong. Everything possibly you can do wrong, you did wrong. You took the car, you didn't have it financed. You took the car, you didn't have it checked out. Now you're finding problems, and now you have to what? Come up with more money down? What are they saying you have to do?
Well, 2 weeks ago,
Don't give me the chronology. What do you have to do?
I went to a lawyer.
Now, tell me what you have to do. How much money do they want? What are they saying to you?
They're saying that they're not liable for what. And if you saw this car and you saw this bumper, you could tell where the damage was.
What does the attorney say? Your attorney.
We sent Skyline Mitsubishi a letter rescinding the contract.
You're wasting your time. And your attorney's a moron.
But see, the problem is here's why I called yesterday. Is I went back to Skyline Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to Doug Moreland. I wanted to show him what I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, apparently not, because the general manager of Skyline Mitsubishi, not only did he chase me off the lot.
You bought a car as
is. Being arrested for trespass.
You bought listen, I'm not sticking up for those guys. I don't like them. But I'm telling you, you bought the car as is. Where does your responsibility come in? You tell me that, Eugene. Where does your responsibility come in?
Signing the contract.
Oh, does it come in that you should have had the car checked? And maybe you should have looked into all of this before, and maybe you should have made sure you had financing.
Well,
by the way, with the financing, what do they want from you right now with the financing?
Well, I'm paying $8,000 for it.
Okay, but what do they want for the financing? You said they called you back and said you couldn't get financed.
Well, they took the warranty off the contract, which was $2,000 more.
Good, because that sucks. And then what did you get then? So how much was the car? $8,000 plus $2,000?
Right, they were asking $10,000 at the point before the.
Okay, so you took it down to $8,000. Now can you get financed?
Yes, but the problem was that at that point the car had already been in the shop for more than a week.
Are they going to take care of those repairs or not?
The thing was that they lied about the car. They lied about it being a fleet car, in other words, a rental car. They lied about the damage, and if you looked at it,
if you could prove they lied, which you can't,
I can.
How?
Because
how can you prove it? How can you prove they lied? They're not going to tell you that they said it was a fleet car. If I call them right now and I say, Eugene told us that you said it was a fleet car, and they're going to say, we didn't say that. How are you going to prove they said it?
I can prove it by the Carfax that it was sold to them as a fleet car.
Okay. It was sold to who as a fleet car?
I guess Skyline Mitsubishi.
Okay, so Skyline didn't misrepresent anything. It was a fleet car.
The problem was that they said there was no damage. I go have
all right, bye. You know what? I can only take so much before I have to hang up because you're a moron. You know what? I'm sorry. You're a poster child for being an idiot, and I'm sorry, but you are. You keep saying the same thing over and over. You could have saw that damage. Damn it, stick up for yourself. That's what you have to do. Stick up for yourself. You go in there like a moron, and you buy the car, and now you're complaining. No, I don't like those guys, but look what you did to yourself. Chris, do you want to call Skyline Mitsubishi for him? Call him. Call him. See what they'll do for the guy. You know what? I just can't take it anymore when people do everything wrong and then they call up and say, oh, but it had damage. It's so apparent. Well, where is it, bud? Why didn't you see it when you looked at the car? Why didn't you see it? They lied. They lied. They lied. They lied. You didn't allow yourself any room. You took the car the same night. Barry's got a question. Go ahead, Barry. 303-713-TALK. Hi, Barry. What's happening?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I am. Barry, okay, hold on. You were on hold. Can I just ask you a question? I'm not asking you to agree with me. Do you sometimes listen to my show and want to scream?
Very often.
Good. I'm not the only one. Go ahead, Barry.
My question is, I did some work for, we'll just say it's basically a company, and what they do is they buy and fix and flip homes.
Okay.
If I've done work and now he's not paying me, so my question is, am I only allowed to put liens on houses that I've actually performed work on?
Okay, that's a good question. As a fix and flipper, they hired you. You can definitely put liens on any home where you did work directly or any homes where you had materials delivered. However, if you go to small claims court or other court and get a judgment, you can put liens on any property. But for mechanics liens, which don't require a court appearance until you start foreclosing, you can put them on the ones you worked at. For other liens, you can put them on anything, but you have to have a judgment first.
Okay.
So you're in the driver's seat, really. Now, how much are you owed?
Probably about $8,000.
And that's a lot of money. And why aren't you being paid?
I don't know. It's
important you put a lien on before they close the house because it'll keep them from selling it.
Right, and that's my problem is what the guy would do is he would pay me on some homes and some he wouldn't, and then the ones that I'm finding out that he's been delaying on paying me on are ones that he's already gone through the closing process and sold.
Man. Oh, well, wait a minute. You still can put a lien on it. You can put a lien on the house even if somebody else owns it.
Okay.
You can, as long as you haven't gone past your period of 4 months, I think it is.
Right. Well, I'd hate to. I wouldn't want to do that to a homeowner.
Well, hold on now. Why?
Well, because it's not the homeowner's fault.
No, it's not. But here's why I'm suggesting you do it. I'm not suggesting you do it to give the homeowner a tough time or to try to get them to pay. I'm suggesting you do it so the homeowner raises holy hell and maybe forces this other guy to do it.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
you don't have to. Now, don't tell the homeowner you don't really mean it. Do it and just say, look, I'm sorry, but I worked on your home and did not get paid. Then what can happen is that guy signed a lien release. So he's going to have to make that homeowner whole. So what you have to do is do it quickly. And then you don't have to foreclose on the homeowner if you don't want to. You don't have to. But at least you can get the ball rolling. Okay. Now, that was Barry. Let me know if you get a hold of Skyline Mitsubishi and what they say. Dealing Doug. Don, what's happening? Don. Okay. Mike?
I'll try to get Don back on.
I hear him breathing. You said he's blind, right?
Yeah, yell.
Not deaf. No, he's blind, Mike. He can hear. Can you hear Don? Okay, he's not there. We'll take a quick break, come right back on 630 KHOW. Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Joining us is Rolly Purifoy Chevrolet for car stuff. Okay, I lost it a little, Rolly, with that one guy, Eugene, who bought a used car, never checked it out, never did anything, and then, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how long have we talked about that?
Okay.
I mean, forever.
The other day you says, why do these people just do it to themselves is what you say. They trust people. The guy drove away with no financing. Again. And, by the way, Deal & Doug wrote the book on tripping cars. He wrote the book on it. When it comes to tripping cars, rolling cars, that means you come in there, they promise you anything to get you in a car down the road, and a few days later they call you back and say, oh, sorry, you have to bring in more money, or you have to do this, or you have to do that, and we need a cosigner.
Well, unfortunately, that's a part of the seemingly the game of putting cars on the road, especially in a metro area where they've got to go for it to make everything work. But once again, we've talked about it. Get the cars looked at. With all the information that we have now available to us as consumers, if you can't go in there and pretty well know what you can do, I mean, people off your show coming to our dealership all these years have been pretty educated, and they know what they can do, and they know what they can afford, and they know what they want. And it's been pretty refreshing, really.
Let's talk to Catherine. Catherine has a comment on putting a lien on houses. Go ahead, Catherine.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
On that last call you had, I just wanted to put out there, on the properties that already have been sold, at closing, if the title company conducted it, they have that seller sign an affidavit that states there are no unfiled mechanic liens or any contractors that haven't been paid.
Right.
And so I think that the new homeowners would have a claim to title insurance, and they would go after that seller because he had signed that affidavit saying that there were not any unfiled mechanic
No, I
claims.
know, and that's a great thing because the title company makes them sign that. Thank you, Catherine.
So doesn't that become the title company's responsibility?
No. No. The title company is only responsible for stuff that they miss, not for stuff not of record. And that's where it's weird. That's why title insurance really is a racket. I mean, they really what you're paying for with title insurance is the search, because really they are only insuring their search. You see, they're not insuring stuff that's not on their search. So if they missed something that could have clouded the title, they pay. But if someone comes up out of the woodwork with something